Okay, so these are our comet goldfish, and I gave them a little bit too much food, which it's nothing new. I'm so sorry, guys. I took some of it out, but that's Eclipsis over there making so much noise, ridiculously. I don't know why she's doing that, but she's decided to make a lot of noise right here where I am at. I'm probably going to have to move her over here while I video. Okay, I had to move her away for a minute because she's just getting ridiculous. Okay. I try and record them so they can have a little camera time too, but when I do, they don't really act right. She does, kind of, but I don't know what she's doing all that noise for today. So this is the third video I've tried to record peacefully without all that whistling right by me, so I had to move her to another area real quick while I record. But anyways, that's my parakeet. She's getting really loud in my ear in the video, just right here. Normally she doesn't do that. Usually it's the other one, Houdini. But I don't know why she's making all that sound for whatever reason. I'll have to give her some attention later. But anyways, there we have, and I haven't been filling too well, so I don't really have time for that today. The disturbance like that, she usually doesn't do it, so I don't know what's going on with her today. But anyways, I was going to talk about these comet. I gave them a little bit too much food, so I took some of it out with the net. I didn't get it all out, but they're always going through something, but they're surviving so far. They've been in a quiet area in the living room for a while, like for months, a long time, like probably 7-8 months. And all of a sudden I had to move them because I got the orandas, and I didn't move them yet, but the orandas, something happened to their tank. So if you go look at the fish tank, look at the fish, and you'll see the whole thing. Where when I got them, first I got one, which is Cleo. I got one oranda. Then I got the other two because they were by themselves. And then something happened to their tank where it cracked. And I showed a video where I used a reptile tank, which I should have never done, but it lasted for about maybe 3 or 4 months, because those tanks are thinner. They're not made for fish. So there's the difference between the reptile and the fish tanks. They're very thin. These are much stronger. You know, they're much stronger. Sorry, I didn't mean to tap on the tank. It sounds really loud in there to them. I don't know why I did that. I was just trying to show how thick it is. But anyways, if you look at it, it's much thicker. You can try and use the tank, and there was somebody that made a video on doing it. You clean it out real good, let it stay out in the sun, let it dry out, and then you test it to see if it's going to leak. And now, that tank didn't leak till about 3 months. I think about 3 or 4 months went by before that tank leaked. So I had to do an emergency, get another tank. And my son and I went over there, and he got a tank over there, and I ended up trying to cycle it quickly, which I did as quick as I can, but I put them in a container, and one of my fish got ammonia burn because it was such a small area. Even though I did put the filter, I put the bubbles, air bubbles and everything, but it just was not enough, sufficient enough for them. So I had to take and put them in the other tank before it got worse. And when I did that, anyways, that's another story. I had to change them into a bigger tank. So the bigger tank had to go over there where these fish were, because I changed their tank. And so they had to be moved to the kitchen area, and the kitchen area was much louder. The other fish were used to it. We're kind of used to it. I'm not sure, because that's where I put them at the beginning, so they weren't really worried about it, I don't think. But the comet, they weren't used to it. They're used to the quieter area, and so when I put them over there, they started like Jaws, who was the smallest one there, started getting aggressive towards Steve Harvey, which is him. And if you see the video, Steve Harvey had a mustache when he was little, but he grew out of it. And then I've got Coral there, the marble colored one. So anyways, they didn't like that area very well because there's a lot of activity and they weren't used to it, so they were getting really acting crazy, especially Jaws. So anyways, I just started moving their ornaments around lately because Coral has been getting a little aggressive towards the fish sometimes. So just probably move around their environment so that they cannot feel territorial. Okay, and then after that happened, I had some visitors, and they were little people. And they came over, and one of the little ones poured fish food, chocolate, everything you could think of that was for the party inside of this fish tank, and it was clouded. I mean, I couldn't even see the fish. I'm like, what? And he poured all the fish food in there out of the jar, except maybe a teeny bit. I didn't realize it till like maybe, I just, you know, you come back and forth. He had to have done it within seconds because I just saw him come out of my room and I'm like, what are you doing in there? And he came out quick, so I noticed that. So anyways, I didn't think nothing of it until I came back here, because I usually cut on the light for them for a little bit and give them light. And so after I did that, I came to cut the light on. I seen it clouded. I wish I would have taken a video of it because it was horrendous. Everything floating in there, and they were eating, trying to eat, but they were tired of eating because by the time I looked in there, they were just sitting at the bottom, you know, like full. So I had to take all this water out, all of the water, all of the everything out of there. So this picture that is made by this little guy, not this one, but this side, his name's not on here. That name is going through the back. But anyways, he is the one, the culprit. And so I was like, boy, don't you ever come in that room and mess with these fish. So I had to give him a scolding. And he never messed with him again, because they did come again. But I did keep coming and checking very often. Even if it was like a second or two that I'd seen him running around. Because the thing is, with kids, you have to make sure they have boundaries. And these kids, they will go through your whole house and go into your room, go into everywhere. We had to finally set boundaries for them because they'll get into things, and they're little kids, so it's not like they are not going to get into something because they are little. So make sure you watch the little ones when they go around, especially when we're in lockdown and they're able to go around and do things more in your home. So keep an eye on them every second of the day. But anyways, that's the story for these, and that's why they're kind of tough, I guess, because I almost thought about putting my sail fin can't remember the name of that fish, but the little one, because he's aggressive, and I think he killed one of my other fish, now that I think about it, unless there's some other way that happened. It's a platy. I don't know if he did that or not, but I'm pretty sure that he might have had a role in it. I don't know. So I was thinking about putting him in here with them because they're big and they will eat him. But I said that would be, I couldn't see it. I couldn't see myself doing that, having him terrified. Or he may survive and go after them. Who knows, even if he's little like that. So I said, no, I don't want to do that. That wouldn't be nice. But they do feed goldfish to other fish, like the fancy fish. And they do feed fancy fish to goldfish. You know, they give them different little meals because in the wild they do eat each other undersea. So that's how they get so tremendously big. I mean, these are nothing compared to what's under that sea. You know, humongous fish. But anyways, that's the story of them, and they have been surviving so far. And I had more, but little by little, a couple of them died. Like, I think I had 6. They said I could have 6, and I ended up, I think the rest of them died. One of them was a little sickly, like. It was like a calico looking one. Can't remember whichever one, other ones I had, but these are the 3 survivors. And I know Steve, he got sucked up in one of the filters that I had, because I was looking for him one day. I'm like, where'd Steve go? Because I knew he had that little mustache, and you know, I'm looking around and I couldn't find him. All of a sudden I said, maybe he went inside the filter, because another fish had gone in there before. And so I dumped him out, and you'll see it, a video, I talk about it. And he was at the bottom resting forever. Like, he was so stressed out and terrified that he was stuck in there for that long. But after that, he was the first one who would eat out of my hand. He got really friendly with me because I helped him. I rescued him out of there. I was able to remember that that thing was sucking the fish up. So that's why you gotta be careful too. Well, it was like pretty low in there, where it was kind of low in the water. The top part where it was an opening or something. Can't remember, but they don't have that one anymore. I changed the filter. But I think I fixed it at that time for a little bit. I did. So that they wouldn't be able to get in there. Yeah, it was low to where they can kind of like swim it in there. So, anyways, they're okay now. But there they are again. They're update for them, and I'm going to show you the Oranda on the next video. If you want to see them. Oh, I changed a little bit of their water. This little one is the only one I think that can go in that. Well, I think they can go in there, but yeah, they're still small enough to fit in there, but they just rub themselves against there, and I've seen scales. So hopefully they don't try and go into that little swing. They were so little before, and they perfectly fit on there, but now they're getting big to where Jaws is almost as big as Steve, and they look the same color. Those are the 2. He might be a little bit more orange at the top, Jaws. Yeah, I could tell the difference in them, but they're both, he's growing pretty big, and he's going to catch up to him, because he was a tiny one. Called him Jaws because he was little, but he acted like Jaws when he was acting so aggressive some months ago. But anyways, guys, have a good day. I will be updating on some more things. I will be showing some of my knitting. I'm still working on the scarf, and it's coming along just fine. He's going in the ship, trying to eat up some stuff. Probably change around their ornaments soon and get them a little bigger tank soon, because they're growing pretty rapidly, and I'll use this tank for my something else. I don't know if I wanted to try out a saltwater. That's what I really wanted to do. Oh, so the moral of this story that I was actually talking about earlier, about the fish tank, using a reptile tank, don't do it. Don't use a reptile tank, because if you use a reptile tank, they're not made for fish water. They're not made to hold water like that. Maybe a little bit at the bottom for like a turtle or something, but it didn't hold the water. It cracked at the bottom because it's not really made for that, or it was a while. I don't know how long that tank had been used for reptiles, and it could have just been old, you know, but I could tell the difference. I could lift up that tank, and it was a pretty big one. I could lift it up, and it was easy to lift up, but the other fish tanks that I have are heavy, so you could tell the difference in the glass that it's made out of. So it's better not to use the reptile tank for water. If you want to use it for another reptile, clean it out real good with the bleach and so forth, because I did all that. And it did last for like 3 to 4 months, but after that it cracked. And maybe some don't, but I wouldn't trust it. You might want to reinforce it. It's just thin. It's really not fish tank material. So use it for terrarium, use it for anything like fish, any kind of reptiles, maybe a turtle that goes above and underwater, like you put a little bit of water in there, and the rocks and so forth. But I wouldn't fill it up for a fish tank because definitely no. It didn't work for me, maybe. So, anyways, you guys have a good day. Thank you so much, subscribers, and I'm thanking you for all your comments. And hopefully I can get more videos out that you guys are asking for. As long as they're not some weird sounding videos, then I'm fine with that. But, you know, you get all kinds on here. And you don't know, they're coming from everywhere, the people that watch these videos. So, you know, I just am cautious. I have seen some things, you know, one of them I was like, what is that? You know, I was happy to have a comment, but I looked at it real closely and it was actually somebody's private parts. And I'm like, what is wrong with you? So, you know, have some respect for yourself. I'm sure everybody's not going to, because that's what they're on there for, to shock you or do weird crazy stuff, but I'm not for that. So give it up. I have a nice channel that is clean for family can watch it and so forth, and I really appreciate it if the people that are doing that type of weird immoral stuff can keep it at home at their home. So anyways, that's what I wanted to say, and I will be doing some more good news videos. Don't worry, I haven't forgot about it. But please check out the other ones that I have. It's comforting for the family. Hi guys. They probably think I have some food in my hand. I just do like this. Hi. Hello. Sometimes they'll come up. Hello everybody. So anyways, they're acting kind of skittish for some reason. I don't know what is going on with them right now. They ate all the food. You can see that, right? Yeah. The water feels kind of cold right now. I had it warmer before. So anyways, I'll change the scenery in here one day soon. I'm gonna unplug this and put their air back on. So anyways, there they are. There they are. And hopefully you guys have a good day. Stay safe. And like I said, I don't think I mentioned it on here about the fried rice, but it's actually fried cauliflower. Right, it's cauliflower rice. It's like a fried rice, but it's cauliflower rice, and it has chicken. I saw a video where it had some shrimp, and I don't know what else was in it, but I will mention it, the video, once I start making it, because I will show you on here, and I'll give the credit to the person that I saw it from, and it looked really, really good. So anyways, I'll have that on there, so we'll have a cooking video sometime this week. With the cauliflower fried rice, and we'll use our wok. It's gonna be interesting. Okay guys, have a good day, and thank you subscribers. Enjoy your day, stay safe, and keep the comments coming, and the likes. Click those likes, guys. Have a good day, and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Hey, have a good day. There they are. Their food. The little one girl, she's way over there. Better come and eat. She doesn't know the food is here, and they will eat it all. They're so quick. These fish are really quick with it. To be so big, you know. she'll eat it all. There's some at the bottom, but I'll put a little bit more because she didn't eat it all. Oh, yeah, she got a little bit. Yeah, she's little, so put a little extra in there because she's little like that. Make sure she gets some. Anyways, there they are, and they're doing great. Is it cloudy out there? There they go.